So the sun's going down, had a quick walk around. Off-Airfield Aviation, UK, there's a concept. So kind of the bush flying. You know, people have been asking me what's with the bush plane, Shaun, there's not much bush in the UK. That's true. There isn't. And bush flying's a bit of a novelty here. But I've got hope that it's going to become popular. Well, welcome back. I wanted to get some drone footage from a drone of the countryside around my house, but sadly this is what happened. Drone hunting. Guess what I'm doing? Yep, that's right. It just fucked off again. What a complete piece of shit. It just fucks off. Don't come back. So that's the progress so far. Push-pull tube on, elevator done, guide done, bushing done, waiting for a circlip, redone the bearing at the front, flat wheeled it out nice and loose. So I think the next step is going to be to sort out the rudders. The rudders are still a little bit tight, and to put the rudder cable in. And then we might start thinking about doing some covering on some of the tail section when the covering kit arrives. I've got the horizontal stabilizer, the elevator, the rudder, the tail plane. Those can all be covered when the kit arrives. Right, hopefully, holding the camera at the same time, I've got the right size circlip now. I'll just get the circlip pliers on one-handed. That's bloody harder than it looks one-handed. Let's have a little look then. So that looks altogether a better size. I might have to do this. There we go. I might have to put the camera down, but back in a minute. Right, there we go. Sorry I had to put the camera down, but you saw the nest. That's clipped in beautifully. Perfect size. So it was just a matter of getting the right circlip. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, that's in perfectly. Even got a spare one just in case. Came as a pack of 2 from Amazon. I'll put them down below just in case you're building and you have the same problem. But I'll put the link for the circlip down below. That's beautiful, perfect. Got in there lovely. Righty ho ho. So that's that. I had to disconnect. I just had to undo that and just disconnectors at the bottom. Can you see through there? Just to get the circlip over. Right, so we're doing that. I'll fasten that up and then we're going to attend to this bracket. Look, can you see? Look, it's that twisting as well. Look. We'll attend to that. We're going to get some P-clips on here. Bought some of those. Those are spare circlip. There they are. Right, so there we are. So those are the P-clips in, both sides, you can see. No nylocks on them at the moment. We probably will get them on fairly soon, but that has made a hell of a difference. So they're not tightened yet, but you can see on the frame here, that's a lot more sturdy now. So we've definitely got a lot more rigidity just by adding a couple of P-clips here. And we need to do a bit of shaping of the, oops, that's the wrong thing. A little bit of shaping of the floor so that will sit, so that those will sit flush. But we'll do that a little bit later. Okay, that's quite good. Pleased with the P-clips. Okay. Well, welcome back. Well, as you can see, we had problems with the drone, so that prompted new drone time. So I've had to go out and buy a proper drone because I did fancy getting some drone footage. Regardless, let's talk about bush flying in the UK. There's an interesting concept. A lot of you have kind of reached out and said, Shaun, how come you want to build a bush plane in the UK? Because bush planes are normally for landing off airfields, you know, fields, riverbanks, all that kind of stuff. And not much of that happens in the UK. And there's a reason for that. You know, we're a little bit of a nanny state, the UK, to say the least. And it's not like America or South Africa or even Australia. There's nowhere in the UK, particularly England, or virtually nowhere, where you can actually land an aircraft without permission. So it's not like other countries where I can fly, find a nice patch of wild country, a bit of green land, and land on it and do a bit of camping and fishing. Not allowed. We live in a nanny state. The whole place is owned. So why then? Why do I want a kind of aircraft that's designed to do that kind of thing? Well, it strikes me from the paramotor community and from general aviation community now that with increase, with the advent, if you like, of the lighter and smaller aircraft, there's been a bigger interest. So much so, I mean, it's what a lot of the guys try and do. They get permission to land on a field. A few of them will land, you know, have a day camping and that kind of stuff. That's kind of what we do up at Wingland, or well, they. When we go to Wingland Airfield, there's a lot of flying there and camping over the weekend. Fucking hell. Bloody flies. It's like freaking Australia. So there is an increase in interest, and it kind of dawned on me that, you know, there's not many people do it because you can't do it, but you're never going to be able to do it unless you try and push that boundary. So I wanted to get a bush plane. I like the idea about being able to land off airfield. I am lucky. I live in the Lincolnshire countryside, and as you can see from the new drone footage, this is my house. You can see that I'm surrounded by fields. Now, most of these fields have just been harvested. So they will be planted again with crops, which does present a problem. But certainly right now, these would be absolutely ideal. I could almost land an aeroplane and taxi it up to my front door. Fat Paramotor HQ, I've got a bit of a runway here for the paramotor. A little bit short for a bush plane. Well, for me, some of you with better skills might be able to land here with a bush plane, but not me. But it'd be great to land in the fields round and about. Fucking flies. Jesus Christ, fucking Australia. God, Jesus. So, that would be great. And there's other places like this. And slowly but surely, I've started to build a network of other people who have land and property who are interested in sort of the mutual ability to be able to land at different landing zones.
There are some places, of course, where you can land. I know there's a beach strip on one of the islands in Scotland. I know you can land on tidal water, so the water between high tide and low tide, or should I say the land between high tide and low tide, that's unowned, and you can land on there legally. But I don't know many places where it's it's possible to do that. So I was interested in trying to grow a network of people who are interested in these kind of things, and I know the paramotor guys and girls. That's one of the things they're interested in, and I know some of the other bush pilots are, because I actually think that the UK is a phenomenal place to explore by air, and the ability to land in some of this fantastic green rural countryside of ours would be absolutely awesome. So I want to try and push this, maybe get a group of people together. I've done a little bit of that. I've created a group on Facebook. All right. And it's called UK Off-Airfield Aviation, and then in brackets something about paramotors, microlights, and something else, bush planes. So if you want to join that group on Facebook, come on, let's join together, and I'd like to see the whole bush flying hobby try and expand. I really do think that it would be great, and I think with a little bit of support, maybe even get a club together or something like that, I think that would be a useful thing to do. I think it would be an enjoyable thing to do as well. It'd be great to be able to meet up, fly into a little riverbank and camp and fish. Well, that's what the Aussies do. That's what they do in South Africa. Just not here in good old nanny state England. Bloody spiders now as well. Anyway, that's it for now. Please share this video amongst friends, particularly if you like the idea of off-airfield aviation. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button, click that bell icon, that way you get notifications. Leave me a comment. I like to reply to most of the comments. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now.